Okay, so it looks like the Lost Book crossover isn't happening, and instead they're remaking the original Lost Book, and they're doing the Chapter 4. I don't like that. In my opinion, I would much rather have the crossover. I would 100% love that way more than this. They even did a poll a few months ago, and the winner of that poll was the crossover. But now we're getting the non-canon game being worked on instead, which isn't what we wanted. I know some people wanted Chapter 4, but it's been too long and I don't care about it anymore. I want the crossover. I don't want a Chapter 4 for this game anymore. There's no point. It's been like 2 years, but apparently they're rebuilding the game, which I don't like. I would 100% like the crossover way more than a rebuild of the game. I don't like this decision. I don't know why they're doing this decision, because all we wanted was the crossover, and we know they said, oh, we'll work on it after Intercity. But that could be any time, though. It could be 2026, 2027, just after Intercity. Doesn't help or explain when they're going to work on it. And for some reason, they're working on this instead, which I don't think people wanted this. I think we wanted the crossover. That's what the poll said, at least. Because at that point, why did you do the poll if you're not going to do what the poll wanted you to do? They wanted the crossover. The crossover won. But you're going to do Chapter 4 instead for the game that lost. So what was the point of the poll? And what's the point of this, though? Like, I know people want Chapter 4, but I think we've mostly been asking for the crossover. That's what we're asking for, not really. We were not asking for Chapter 4. We've just been asking for the crossover. At least, I know there are people who were asking for Chapter 4, like I said, but pretty sure the majority were asking for the crossover. So, yeah, I don't like this decision. Disappointed by this decision, because I like Piggy lore. I like new content for the main Piggy story. I'm okay with fan games. I love fan games, but I don't think The Lost Book needed to be a fan game again. Unless this will be the official canon crossover, which I don't think it will, because they said themselves it's not going to include chapters, so I don't think this is the crossover. I think this is just the original Lost Book, and they're remaking it again. It says 2024 it's coming out. Is that true, though? Now, yes, they have IKEA's working, but I don't know. Maybe it is the crossover. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it is. And if so, kind of disappointed, but I will play it, of course. I would just much rather have the crossover than have it a fan game again, but that might just be me.